What's up, everybody? Eric here again, Traveling Trading. Um, I'm doing this quick video here for you guys because guess what? It is that time of the year, January. What is this? January, 12th. Um, so that time of the year, I mean by it, is tax time. I know. We dread it, we hate it, all the above, but it's part of what you do as a trader, okay? So what we're gonna do here real quick, I know a lot of you guys have been wanting this and asking for it. We're just gonna kind of recap my year-end trading profits and the tax liabilities and things like that that kind of go along with it, which a lot of traders and gurus really don't talk about. But you guys know me, like to be, as transparent as possible and kind of go through you guys what the process is with doing this as your profession, okay? Um, so we're going to kind of break down that a little bit. I'm not going to go into too much detail with the tax portion of trading, as you guys, those of you who know me, been following me for this last half decade or whatever, uh, tax is like one of my niches that I specialized in before even, getting into trading. So there's a whole other video on that, and not much in that aspect has changed. So it'll be a good idea if you're really interested in knowing the more details about it, is to check out that video to get more details about how that's going to help you out with different, you know, tax strategies as a day trader and just different things like that. So I'll put a link to it there below for you guys to check it out if you want to get more into detail with it. This right here video is really meant for just a quick overview for you guys because a lot of you have been asking about um, my overall year-to-date profits and just how that's going to play out and things like that. So I just want to kind of make a brief little video here on it. Won't take up too much of your time. I just got through finishing in the watch list and I put it out there for you guys in the group chat. And after all this, this year, 2025, we're gonna probably move into some different things. Well, just for me in general, we're gonna still keep everything the same as far as the way we trade and all that good stuff. What I mean by that is probably I'm gonna be end up switching maybe different brokers, just things like that, trying out new different things for you guys, just to kind of give you more of an overall aspect of the trading life and how that all works, just to kind of, dip your toes in everything, because not everything is meant for every trader, right? But this part here is like an integral part of trading, no matter what trading style or anything like that that you do. So I think this is going to be very important. So just kind of give you guys a quick little intro glance into what it's going to look like for me come tax time this year with what we've done so far. And again, for those of you who don't know or question it, the validity of it, I mean, we just got through doing 30 days, 30 trades. You guys got to watch me trade day in, day out, the stocks that we trade, and you guys know me and my rules and how I trade, 1 to 2 trades a day at the most, three at the very high end. But we just got through finishing 30 days, 30 trades. If you guys haven't watched that segment of the channel, go check that out. I put every single trade that I did in there every day for the last 30 days or 30 trades within that little playlist for you. You can see every win, every loss, all that is in there for you. Recapped all of it for you to guys show you all that. All right. To try to make it as fully transparent as possible. But with that being said, this is what we're going to be doing here today. It's just calculating my year-to-date profits, what the potential tax liability is going to look like, and just maybe throw in some little tips and tricks that might help you to remember along the way if you are doing your taxes this year, and really give you guys some insights on what things you can do to kind of help make it easier for you this upcoming tax season with your trades and being able to do those come tax time. All right. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So main thing that we need to understand here is what my year-to-date profits were. What I mean by year-to-date profits is basically what I made from January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. And if you guys question this, go look at all the trades. They're posted in the Facebook group. The Facebook group is for free. I put every single trade I do in there every single day, wins, losses, all the above, for you guys to follow along. Year-to-date profits for this year wasn't the best of profits, but it wasn't the worst of profits either. It was pretty good. It's just pretty average about what I do. So if you ever like wonder or question what does like the average day trader make um, when it comes to this job, for those of us that are successful, it's not too bad. And this is just like I would say this is probably like an average. I mean after taxes anyway. And depending on where you're at in the world, I mean, it could be great money, it could be average money, it could be substantial money, just depending on where you're at. But for me, this year, my year-to-date profits totaled up to be $341,066.50 to be exact. That is my total year-to-date profits on those. Now, again, some of you guys might think, oh yeah, that's a lot. Keep in mind, I live in Southern California. Okay, so for those of you that live in Southern California, you kind of know what that would fall along the lines of what that looks like in, you know, the financial aspect of things. It's not millionaire, billionaire kind of money, but it's decent enough to earn a living, right? And this is why I do this, all day, every day kind of thing. And it wasn't always like that. Again, guys, this takes time. I don't want you to think that you're going to get into trading all of a sudden making this kind of money doing day trading. It's not how it works, okay? And again, this isn't financial advice. This isn't tax advice. Speak with, professionals that know to your specific situation and things like that. Even in this instance here, too, guys, we're just doing this in general. This isn't tailored to my specific, you know, financial status. This is just in terms of day trading in particular and just in general of day trading. Now, my situation is going to be different than what we're going over because I have other things as well too, aside from day trading. I have other assets that I have to take into consideration, other liabilities as well too, things that kind of offset, you know, what we're going to kind of cover in this aspect of trading and taxes, okay? So keep that in mind. So every person's situation, circumstance is different. Again, this is not financial advice. Speak to your financial professional and all that good stuff. We're just kind of doing this for educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? So again, with my year-to-date profits being that 341,000 in, short-term capital gains, you guys got to remember when it comes to your trading and taxes, you're going to be taxed more heavily when it comes to your short-term capital gains, and it's not long-term capital gains. Long-term capital gains are trades that you've executed that have been over a year time frame. As day traders, and this is just me as a day trader, so that means even if you're a swing trader or anything like that, anything that's held less than a year is going to be considered a short-term capital gains. You guys know me, I'm in, day out. That's it. So obviously my taxes are going to be taxed as a short-term capital gain. Now, when it comes to tax time, by the end of the year, you should be getting your Form 1099-B, which is barter. Anyways, we're not going to go into that details too much, but you'll get that tax form from your broker, whether you have Webull, Robinhood, Interactive Brokers, Centerpoint, it doesn't matter. Your broker will have your year-to-date tax statements and things like that that you would need. Okay, and it's really easy to enter that information in onto your tax documents when you're going to go file them during the year, and it'll give you an overall aspect of dividends and interest and things like that you received. Then it'll also have your details of your trades broken down into a detailed statement of the trades you entered and exited. Just for security purposes, I'm not going to post my year-to-date transaction and details and things like that. I know I'm all for transparency for you guys, but unfortunately, a couple of times that I've done that in the past, my accounts have been hacked and things like that. So just for security purposes, I'm not putting that on here. I mean, for those of you subscribers, you guys can look at that stuff, but this is general public, general knowledge, so I'm not going to put that out here. But anyways, I'm going to say you have to take my word for it, but if you want to go verify those trades, go look at the Facebook group. I got them all listed there for you, so you can see those trades are solid there, okay? But anyways, so once you get your 1099-B, you basically enter that in your tax document and kind of go from there. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to trading, you got to remember that you also have other expenses and things like that that can kind of offset, those things. But just for general purposes right now, let's kind of look and get an idea of where I would fall at in the tax bracket and how much I would have to pay in taxes. So if I made $341,066, and again, not my best year, not my worst year, it's a pretty average year. Because I made that, I'm going to pretty much fall along the lines of this tax bracket here, the 35%. Now, of course, if you're married, filing, jointly or, individuals, et cetera, had a household, that's going to vary from person to person kind of thing. But let's just say I'm going to fit in this 35% tax bracket that you see here. In that instance, if you multiply 35% of the $341,066.50 that I made, I have to end up paying $119,579.43 in taxes. Sounds like a lot, right? Some people's salary. It's a lot of people's salary. Um, just in taxes alone. So with that, I would basically net at the end of the year, $221,487. That would be it. Under normal circumstances and things like that. That would be my overall year's contribution of doing day trading. So if you were ever wondering, hey, if I should be a day trader or what could the potential look like for just, me being a day trader in general year after year, you're looking at roughly under, a little over $200,000 a year. So for those of you who are interested in doing this, there are a lot of other professions where you can potentially not have so much stress and things like that on you, but also make that same amount of money. And I'm not doing this to discourage anyone from trading. I just want to set the reality situation. You guys know me. I like to be straight up front with you. There are professions out there that make way more money than I do and don't have as much stress. Granted, I have other things that help with that, but you got to remember, I'm working remotely anywhere from where I want and just things like that they don't have the ability to do. But you also have, I have to pay for things out of my pocket like insurance, just equipment, subscriptions, things like that that I need to be able to perform my job, normal operational costs. Because again, this is a business, all right? It is not a W-2 job. It's not a commission job. This is a business. And some traders, when they get into this industry, fail to realize that. But you got to treat this as a business because it is one as such, all right? So when you're thinking about doing this as a lifestyle, as a living, it's not all peaches and cream. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm not complaining. I enjoy what I do. It's a tough road to get here, but for me, it worked out well, and it does okay. Okay, but again, that $119,579 you're going to see me have to pay in taxes is just an average of what a general person would have to pay if they made that much. Again, I have other things such as other assets and stuff like that that's going to help offset this. I have operational costs and things like that as well too. But this is pretty much how you would calculate it. You have the 2024 federal tax bracket here that kind of gives you an idea of what that looks like. Okay. Again, to each person his own. And that's just, to quickly get the answer out of the way for you guys. You don't have to be stalling and looking up this video too long. All right. So yeah, $119,579 in taxes is what I would normally pay with a net profit of $221,487.07 to be exact is what I made throughout the year. So that's your average day trader salary. So again, you have other things again, such as the carryover loss you can carry over for those of you who probably didn't make that much or maybe have more losses. You can carry over 3,000. You can deduct $3,000 worth of losses, if not carry the rest over until the next year to kind of help offset those gains. Fortunately, this year I didn't have that much in losses, or maybe I did. We'll look and see, but I don't think I did have that much, which is good. This is one of the few years where I haven't had that issue. In the beginning, I had a lot of times to carry over, and I still have some more stuff to carry over from prior years, which is good. Um, so that you have to help offset that tax liability as well too. Also, don't forget you have other things such as the market-to-market status that can help offset your trades. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that. That's actually in the other video as well too with day trading and taxes. If you want to look at that, give you some more details on that. Um, this year, I probably won't be able to do a market-to-market status because of the fact that I didn't have a very high volume frequency of trades. You got to remember that's something that they do consider when it comes to trading is the volume of transactions per day. Normally on average they want you to do like 16 a week, maybe, if not, 4 a day kind of thing. I didn't have that much. You guys, like I said, I only did like one trade a day, and you guys, one to two, maybe three at the most. And you guys have been following me, and this is my just general rule of thumb. So this year I probably won't qualify for the market-to-market status, which is perfectly fine. I know for me, over trading is a thing, and in that instance, it is for me as well too. So something to consider depending on your trading style. But that's just a quick little tidbit overview there to kind of get into the nitty gritty of it for you guys. A lot of you were asking me about different software that will help you out with calculating your trades and stuff like that from tax time. So I went ahead and kind of wanted to show you guys this here. Prepare to some softwares that help you with preparing all the records and stuff like that for your tax trading software. Here's a few listed here on Bazinga Pro, or Bazinga.com. Basically, they kind of show you some different software here that is really good for helping out day traders with their taxes, and it also lists like the pros and cons and things like that, which is pretty awesome. I mean, Traders Accounting has been highly regarded. I mean, all these softwares are pretty good, honestly. It just varies from person to person. If you're a big crypto trader, I would say, Crypto Trader .tax review is pretty good, and Traders Accounting is pretty good. And for all the things, I would say Trading Log and TaxBit is pretty good as well too. So I mean, all 40 softwares, whichever one you choose, is really good to help out with doing your taxes if you're not a tax professional, um, and you just kind of get your money worth out of these things here too. So, and that just helps speed things along because again, as you're doing your taxes, markets are open, right? You still have to do your job. So check these things out here. I'm not endorsing them, but I'm not discounting them either. Again, do your own due diligence and which one you think is best for you and what you do. Me personally, if I had to go with any one of these, I would probably say these two here, Traders Accounting and Trading Log, are like the best ones in my opinion. These are good, but I'm not a big crypto trader. And TaxBit, I've kind of just basically advanced a little bit more beyond that. But every person, again, in situation and circumstances is different. So check these things out, guys, here. But that's just it. I wanted to quickly wrap that up for you guys. 341,000. $65.50 or $66.50 is what we've made to year to date with trading. Go back in the Facebook group, check out all the trades. You can see I posted all of them there day in and day out for you, at least for a whole year, just to show you guys that this stuff is legit. For those of you that aren't following us in the Facebook group, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're not getting the alerts, if you're not taking any of the courses, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I've made it all out there for you in the blueprint. You just got to put in the work. The rest is up to you. But other than that, guys, finishing up the watch list. We're going to get ready for trading probably in a couple hours here. It is almost midnight Eastern time, so market's opening up in a couple hours. We're going to get back to work, have the green year, and make some more money and continue to trade.